Walking to a wonderland now 신나는 분위기는 없이 오전 나에게 매일 재임해준다면 I'ma be a Spider-Man 여기로 와 좀 더 가까이 와 next to me 날 따라해 같이 리듬 타봐 에이 남들의 시선 신경 써서 뭐해 그냥 아무 걱정 없이 소리 질러봐
What's up, Millie Gang? It's your girl Kymiano back again with another video for you guys, and today I'm gonna be doing a story time, okay? Because you guys really like my story times and you guys really think that I'm funny, so I'll just keep making them. Okay, what was I supposed to say? Oh yeah, I have my fan on super high right now, and it's one of the spinny fans, so it keeps going by me. So if every once in a while you hear the oh shh, you know it's my fan. And sometimes I turn it off when I'm recording, but it is too hot for that. I'm not trying to catch what's it called, heat stroke in here. Can't do it, boo. Anyway, so this story time is going to be about, what else is it going to be about? Oh, it's going to be about my first kiss. Yes, y'all, I said it. I said my first kiss. And child, it is a story. Anyway, so this happened a long time ago. Well, it's not that long, but some of you guys know how old I am. Some of you don't. If you do know, don't expose me. I'm not ready to release that information yet, but you know it's been a while since I've been 16. Anyway, as I was saying, I had my first kiss when I was 16. I have never kissed another boy yet. Don't judge me. I know I'm just a good girl, you feel me? Like, I'm not out here just giving lips to anybody. Foul. That's foul. Okay? And I'm just kidding. Kissing is not foul. I mean, it depends on who you're kissing. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Anyway, so when I had my first kiss, it was when I was 16, and there was this boy, not a boy, there was this family that lived across the street, like 2 houses down across the street, and they went to the same school as my little brothers, and they became, it was a family. It was like the mom, the dad, I think it was 3 boys and a girl. So the boys went to the same school as my brothers, and they became like best friends. They became like best friends. Like, when I tell you best friends, I mean best friends. Like, we would go to their house all the time, and they would stay at our house, because back then we used to have a lot of parties. Like, every single occasion you could think of, we would have a party for it. So they used to come to every single party that we had, and they would be like the first people to get here and the last people to leave. Like, we would stay talking to them like all-nighters, and then they would stay coming over to our house to play video games. Like, all of us would be in my brother's room playing video games like Call of Duty and stuff like that. That's when my brothers were heavy into Call of Duty, but they don't really play Call of Duty anymore, but that's besides the point. So yeah, so they would come over and they would play Call of Duty all the time. And I remember this one of the brothers, I'm gonna call, there was 2 brothers that came over here all the time. There was 3 boys, but the littlest one was like 4, so like he didn't really like come over. It was mostly the older ones. So I'm gonna call one of the boys, I'm gonna call I'm gonna call him Nick. I'm gonna call one of the boys Nick, and the other one is going to be let's say John. Okay, so Nick and John would come over here all the time to play games with my little brothers. So me not having any friends, like I never do, because I'm a loner, I was always with my brothers, and because I was always with my brothers, I was always with Nick and John. So basically, we all became like a close group of friends. Like, we became so close that my mom would leave us all in the house together. And back then, my mom wasn't about that leaving you in the house by yourself life. She was like, excuse me, no. But like, I don't know, I guess she just felt comfortable with them. Anyway, so I lost my train of thought. What the frack? They would come over all the time, and okay, yeah. So I became really close with the boy that John. I became really close with John because I had two brothers. I have a younger brother, then a baby brother. Oh my gosh, I'm getting confused. Yes, I have two brothers, a little brother and a baby brother, and Nick and John were closer to my little brother than my baby brother. But anyway, that's not even relevant. Why am I saying that? Anyway, so I would always stay hanging out with John because he was the older brother. So me and him would hang out and talk. And you guys, don't judge me, but when I was 16, John was 13. I know. Don't judge your girl, okay? Yes, I know I was robbing the cradle at 16. I was a 16-year-old cougar. You know, I feel like I'm still a cougar because, like, most of the guys that I talk to are younger than me. Oh, God, help me. Oh, Jesus, fix it. Anyway. I can just see myself at like 40 just dating like a 20-year-old, 19-year-old. They're gonna be, oh, anyway. I'm getting off track. Anyway, so I would hang out with John all the time, and John was 13 and I was 16, but he looked a lot older than his age. Like, he did not look 16. He did not look 13. He looked older. So, you know, I was like, oh, he kind of cute, whatever. So we would like hang out all the time. And I remember one night they came over, and I remember they had gone fishing that day because we have a lake in our backyard, and it goes, I think it runs like, it's like a U, like the lake is in the shape of a U, so it doesn't surround the entire neighborhood, but it goes like around the back of it where we live. So they were fishing in the lake, and then they came over after, and they were playing, Nick, John, and my brothers were playing Call of Duty, and eventually John stopped playing because he was like, oh, I'm getting bored, I don't want to play anymore. So then, like, I was laying on my brother's bed because my brothers used to share a room back then, so there were two beds in there. So like, I was laying on the bed, my baby brother's bed, and John comes over, and he doesn't lay in the bed with me. Okay, I'm like laying, how do I explain this? I'm like laying in the bed, and then like I was laying on my side, and then like he laid his head like on my hip. If I could find a picture to describe this, I will, because it's hard to explain with words. So if I find a picture, it's gonna be there. Bam! Anyway, so he was doing that, and my other brother, oh, my phone went off. Who texted me? Don't text me. Anyway, sorry. So my other brothers continued to play Call of Duty, and we were just laying there. We weren't even talking, we were just watching them. So then, I don't want to hit my nail. That shit is broke. Oh my gosh. I just broke my god dang nail. Whore. Anyway. So after they continued to play Call of Duty for a while, I remember out of nowhere, John just told my brother, he was like, I'm gonna kiss your sister before we leave here tonight. And I just look over like, because mind you, I had never kissed anybody before, so I'm like, excuse you, what, how, where, when, why? Because I'm confused. So I'm sitting there looking flabbergasted, and I didn't say anything because I'm like, I just start scratching my head, and I look away, and I'm like, I don't know who he's talking about, but it's not me, boo, it's not me. And I was saying, in my brain, I was saying up and down like, he's not gonna kiss me. Child, his lips ain't fixing to touch me. But yeah, obviously I'm telling this story, so they did, but we're not there yet. So obviously my brother's like, man, shut up, you playing, whatever, blah blah, whatever. So they start playing Call of Duty again. And then eventually it got to like dang near 12, and it was a school night, so they had to go home. So me being the oldest, I'm walking them to the door because my mom and my grandma were sleeping, so I had to like shut the door after. So I walked them to the door and we're like, oh boy, good night, see you later, probably tomorrow, because y'all over here every goddamn day, like, so Nick walks out first and he's like bye, and he leaves and he walks out, he starts walking to his house, and then John starts walking, but he like hesitating, like he walking but he's walking very slow, and I'm like, boy, if you don't get out, I'm trying to go to sleep, okay? Oh Lord, and here it goes. So he started hesitating, and I'm like, why is he walking so slow? Like, I'm trying to go to sleep, I'm tired. And he turns around and he looks at me and he's like, oh, good night. And I'm like, good night. And he was just standing there, and I'm like, boy, I know you see me standing here with this door open. We live in the South right now. Like, there's mosquitoes, okay? There's mosquitoes, and they just flying in here. If I get a bite, I'm fit to smack you, because, you know, mosquitoes already like to bite me because my blood is thin, and they gonna come after me and just devour me. Like, no, hurry up and walk out the door. And he was just standing there, and I'm starting to get a little aggravated at this point. And so then he started like leaning, and I was like, oh God, he finna kiss me. He going to kiss me. And at first, like in my brain, I was like, I'm not finna let this boy kiss me. He is 13. Like, but no, he can't kiss me. But then my body was like, we gonna kiss him. So even though my brain was like, no, don't do it, my body was like, kiss him. And I kissed him. Well, he kissed me technically, but I kissed him back. And it wasn't terrible, but it was a little bit weird because he had small lips and I have big lips, so it was like unproportional, you know. But it was just a peck, nothing serious. So, but it was my first kiss, so I'm like, so he kissed me and he's like, good night, and I start laughing. I'm like, good night, and I shut the door. And I'm just thinking, like, is this what all the fuss is about, to kiss people? Like, I mean, it's not nothing serious. I don't get it. But anyway, that's how I had my first kiss. And even to this day, my brothers will not let me live it down, because the boy who I had my first kiss with and other first things, that's another story time. He is currently, you know, incarcerated. You know, he's locked up. They won't let him out. They won't let him out. He's locked up. Kudos to you if you remember that song, because that song is old. Okay, leave it down in the comment section. Write the title of that song. If I see it, I'm going to die laughing. But anyway, yeah. So ever since they found that out, they won't let me live that down. They just, you know, they be joking on me, they be roasting me, and you know, I don't appreciate it. But you know, it happened, and I can't change it. But I don't regret it, because I mean, it wasn't bad or terrible, you know. Anyway, before I go off topic again, that's it. That's how I had my first kiss. Now I have other story times that involve this boy. What I called him again? John. And I'm gonna do those later for you guys, because I know you're gonna be like, oh, well, what else did you do with him? I'll tell you. But that's the end. If you like this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. And I will see you next time. Bye.